Hi, this is Jessica from the YouTube channel Jessica Crystal Joy, and I'm sure if you are one of the few people who has watched some of my videos or all of my videos in the past, you may be wondering, where has she been? And this is finally the video to update that, and it's been a long time coming. So I've been wanting to do this for a few months now. I just haven't had the energy. I haven't had, as we say in the disability community, the spoons for it. And I just had to work myself up to actually make this video. So the reason the video hasn't been updated and my channel hasn't been updated in months is because I am no longer teaching tantra, sacred sexuality, or women's empowerment. And I made an official personal decision to do that back in February of this year. A lot's been going on in my personal life, and I've had a lot of challenging things, deaths in the family, relationships exploding, imploding, changing my life, my body, and almost everything, literally. The only two things that didn't change from that was the job that I was working in and the place where I was living. Everything else literally changed outside of that. And just a lot of mental, emotional challenges and reevaluation of myself. And I know for a fact, when people are looking for teachers, they're looking for somebody that kind of represents where they want to head in their life. They can look to that person and not only see what they're saying, but feel in their heart and feel just in the presence that that teacher has put out there, that they are living their truth, speaking their truth, and they are a good role model to work towards sharing, being. And usually people want to look at that person and say, oh, that's the person that I'm ascribing to match, meet, exceed. Oh, I apologize for the lighting. Looks like the sun's going down here. I was wanting to do this in natural light. So, sorry about the in and outs, but since I'm no longer teaching, maybe the lack of professionalism is okay. So, like I said, I've had a lot of things imploding, exploding, and I also was changing jobs as well because that was a big issue too. So in all the midst of this, I evaluated and asked myself, am I really in a position to be teaching others? No. Is my life currently empowered? No. It's almost the complete opposite. So should I be teaching women about empowering themselves when I'm not even empowered in my own life and I'm struggling? No. So due to all those insight questions, the challenges that have been going on in my life, and just, I guess in a sense, also a lack of faith, no longer feeling connected to spirituality, being a little bit disenfranchised and disenchanted at how I found, for me at least, many people in the spiritual community that would say that I'm family, I'm friends, I look at you as a sister, I connect with you, I love you, we're one tribe, we're one family, let's grow, weren't there. Didn't show up. In fact, said I was speaking too much about what I was going on. I need to be quiet. Maybe I need to write this down. Something's wrong with me. And none of that's what I think of when I thought of spiritual tribe. I many a time reached out for people when they were going through challenges, and seeing the lack of it and in fact the turnaround of it really just got me upset and frustrated, especially when it comes to touching on subjects such as mental illness and genetic issues and chemical imbalances and things of that nature. So all of these are reasons why I'm no longer teaching. and I haven't looked at or addressed any comments or followed up on my emails or anything of that nature. So I do apologize for the people that reached out, asked questions, and I haven't been responding. I've been trying to get a hold of life and the zest for living and trying to just make it. It's been a battle and I'm still in it. It's just slightly less than it was before. So I appreciate everybody that has looked at my videos, that has liked them, that's reached out, that considered purchasing my meditation MP3s and my previous classes, who's read any of my articles on YouTube, on some of the various sites. I'd like to take the time to thank all of the people that have supported me, worked with me, such as the Journey of Possibility site, the various blog talk radio shows such as Simplicity Radio. I also like to thank the various women of color who are into sacred sexuality or sexual education, health, that I got to interview, such as M. Callie Hashinki, Nikisha Sanders and Sensual Synergy, Dream Dance Houston, Dance Evolution Houston, sites such as Om Cities for letting me, and Wake Up World, New Earth Media for being touched enough and willing enough to let me share my articles on there as well. All of it's been really appreciated. And I like to thank every single person who read, thought, liked, commented, shared a post on my Google, Facebook, and Twitter. And I had previously mentioned, and I wrote a post about various links of books that you can read about Tantra, that it was talking about the section of Tantra that I was hoping to share with women and help them learn and grow from. That's a little different than the coupled focus, focused on just the enhanced sexuality, and actually focused on the inner. And so I'm going to put that in the section below of this video so you have resources to go to after this. I'm also deciding to leave all of my information up there because even months after I stopped teaching, I still get occasional dings on Facebook that people like certain things on my Facebook page or they joined it. And I'm going to be going through my various social media and making this announcement as well. And I am going to, follow up on people. It's my last rite of passage to make sure people are heard, seen, and directed to the next people because they are still looking for help. And there is help out there. The good thing is there are many, many different tantrikas out there. Many, many different people teaching about sex ed. In fact, it might seem a little bit flooded, but everyone has their unique voice and experience in it. So just because I'm going doesn't mean that you can't get the help out there that you want. There's many people to look out there for. And so, as I've mentioned, I really appreciate everyone that's helped me on my journey. I started putting myself out there as an educator in 2012. I worked up to that since 2007. So this has been a journey, years in the making. And while I had never really exploded or gotten big, or made it to my personal goal, which was trying to make this a full-time profession that I could live off of, get paid enough for my work, and spread it doing something I loved and truly believed in and thought would actually help people. It's been a journey and a really interesting one at that. And again, I apologize for the in and out of the lighting. I thought it was going to be better than this. And I really appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. And for my website, since it's a paid website that I have to actually put money in to myself to keep it live, I'm going to let it die once my money contract ends in December. So that's actually only going to be a few months from now. I'm thinking about potentially taking all the articles and transferring it over to a free WordPress site, just so the information again that I wrote is up there, because people commented on it, shared it, and I know that they actually really got good things out of it. So instead of it completely going away, maybe it can be a free access. But I don't see at this point any purpose of keeping up something and putting money and investing that energy and money into it when I'm not really going to get anything back out of it, and that part has closed. Funny thing is, I thought I was going to be really emotional about this and it was going to be hard, but I think all the work it's taken for me to get back up in my life to where I could make this video kind of takes some of it away. I am kind of emotional. You might hear it in my voice, or you might kind of see it in my eyes behind the reflection of my glasses, because it was a real big dream and interest of mine, and I thought it really was making a difference in helping people. But that part of my life has now been closed for a while, and it's about time that I officially start taking the steps to making that known and spread and concrete. I already did on my personal webpage, my personal Facebook, a message about that a while ago, and now it's time to spread it out to my professional one as a teacher. And so I actually commemorated this by wearing one of my pro-feminism, pro-women shirts, tank tops, with no bra, with my hairy armpits, as you can see, because it's what I feel most comfortable in, and it doesn't take away my feminist, simply because this is how I naturally feel comfortable and confident in my body. Pro-choice, pro-feminism, and it says pro-pugs, because I have a pug that's a rescue of about 5-6 years with me now, who's 10 years old. So I decided to commemorate the last video with this little positive shirt here. And again, I want to thank everybody who's helped me on the journey and who trusted me to teach them, to help them grow, to help spark something in them to change and be better, and hopefully bring ease and joy and love into their lives. Until we meet again, this is Jessica.